All right, it's Aries season, March 20th to April 19th. And that is run by a fire element. Mars is running Aries. So we got lots of action, lots of fire action. Reptilians like to bask in the hot sun. Maybe that's why a lot of them are glitching out lately. Another thing that's happening on that day, March 20th, not just Aries season beginning, but Mercury, the planet of talking and broadcasting and communications, is going direct again. So yay, your printer's going to work again. No, and Mercury runs the media. Here was a cool little clip from Russell's Rumble website about how the media is. Just check it out.
Let me know if you agree in the comments and chat.
Some short-term pain, yes, but we've got some long-term gain. Short-term spike for a long-term gain.
Some short-term pain for American consumers.
We may have to deal with that in the short term.
Short-term and temporary.
Temporary short-term pain.
It's going to suck in the short term.
Some short-term pain.
Short-term pain. We have to focus on the short term.
Short term.
Short term.
This is dazzling. Who does this? How does it happen? What's the process? No wonder.
Yeah, so there's that. I'm kind of wondering, all these Mandela effects that we've been seeing, is it really CERN or is it just a PsyOp? I mean, take a look at this video with the Cosby Show.
I couldn't even sneak off somewhere.
Justina wasn't what it looked like.
There it goes.
We were rehearsing Joan of Arc.
I don't remember Joan of Arc kissing anybody. You show me in here where Joan of Arc kisses somebody, then we have no problem.
The question is, why did they change that? What you're looking at is the Cosby Show. In the original version, you see they're talking about Joan of Arc. In the streaming version, it's altered. My question is, why take that out? Why go through the trouble of something that's already pre-taped, pre-recorded, pre-edited? For what reason? Obviously, there's a reason for that. And the question is, how many things do they do that to? They're going to do it to the Cosby Show. You think they ain't going to do it to news? You think they're not going to do it to historical events? Why take the manpower? Why devote that energy to changing something as so simplistic as the Cosby Show?
Yeah, and then finally in my dark predictions video for 2026, hopefully you've seen that, but in Q1 I talked about how there'd be a lot of food stuff coming out and food recalls and such. And so, yeah, I just didn't realize there would be like human DNA in the food.
There's a list of companies that are using human fetal cells from aborted babies as a flavor enhancement in our food supply.
Pepsi was busted for doing that. Pepsi was using that as a flavor enhancer in their cola.
Yeah, PepsiCo is certainly one of them, but the list is very long, and it's important for everybody to download the flyer that we have on stopthecrime.net so you don't consume this aborted fetal tissue. What does it do? Well, it incites anger, and it literally rewires our brain as we cannibalize ourselves. The same thing, of course, which happened with mad cow disease when they were grinding up roadkill and other cattle and feeding it to the cattle. We're being fed our own species, and we must know the products that are certainly implementing this. So I'm going to just read some of this to you now. But again, I caution you when you type in the list of companies using fetal cells from aborted babies, which you can do. Again, the list of companies using fetal cells from aborted babies. You're going to see a very disturbing photograph. But Cinemix is listed on its website, and its partners decided to ignore the letter from the Right to Life group that was certainly organizing against the use of humans in the food supply. And sadly, the Right for Life group lost their bid to stop this during the Obama administration. Now remember, it doesn't matter who's president. Anyone could have been president at that time. We're a corporate structure. We're run by the corporation, and certainly PepsiCo is a massive corporation.
So yes, this is the world we live in. But what we can focus on, folks, is our own immediate environment. So that's why we're going to take it now into your individual forecast from Aries to Pisces. Starting with you, the star, Aries. All right, Aries rising, those with their moons in Aries. Well, this is Aries season, so you're popular. The sun is in your first house of the self. You could be doing a lot of changes with your physical body at this time too, or at least observing and noticing physical changes. And also because the first house is attached to the seventh house of relationships. Okay, you might be having a lot of action to do with your business partnerships, your spouse, your significant other, and things like that as well. And maybe there is a sense of competition a little bit too with you, Aries, in that seventh house, because sometimes our competitors show up and become more visible in that seventh house. However, the new moon, new beginnings, happened on March 18th, and that is in Pisces, in your 12th house. So there's still this sense of the intuition, the inner world too. So it's almost like you're in between two worlds, Aries. You want to go out there and shine your Aries self and be, be all that you can be. But at the same time, there's the 12th house where we're still dealing with maybe a little bit of hurt or trauma or things inside or repressed emotions, repressed feelings, stuff like that too that you're working out with. However, that 12th house is bringing you a lot of intuition, Aries, so you can trust your gut. Now, I like to look at Mars, what Mars is doing for you, Aries, because it does run you. And so on April 9th, you're really going to pick up again, okay? You're really going to feel that shift when Mars moves into your sign of Aries. Mars likes being in Aries because it runs Aries and Scorpio too, by the way. So both of you signs are going to feel this action movement forward. Things are starting to move again, starting on April 9th. So that looks good, Take advantage of that. You may just feel more energetic. You may just have to watch out not to get too hot under the collar. Aries, you are a fire sign. Mars is like the Apollo and goes. There's a lot of fire and action. So it's a good thing to take a deep breath before you act, Aries. Okay. That's always a good thing to do indeed. Jupiter is still bringing you a lot of good blessings in your home and family life in the fourth house, Aries. So take advantage of that good luck, whatever that means. It can mean, really making your house a sanctuary, the middle of your pie where you can relax and chill and do all the things. And house and real estate stuff and family are really important to you right now. And you're getting good blessings from that. And, if you're into investing, real estate stuff is going well for you indeed. All right. One more thing too, Aries, on April 1st, April Fool's Day, the full moon in Libra is happening in your seventh house. So there is an ending of a contract or commitment that is very apparent here during that full moon week, starting on April 1st. Full moons like to end things. So it doesn't mean ending in a bad way. It just means a completion phase, right? It's completed its cycle, something to do in the seventh house of commitments, partnerships, contracts. So, that is likely a good thing for you, Aries. All right. Enjoy your fame and popularity with that sun in the first house, Aries. Okay, don't let it go to waste. Now, let's pull some cards. We'll pull one from the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand. These are available on my website, www.themoontree.org. All right, Aries, let's see for you for Aries season, March 20th to April 19th. My brother's an Aries. Maybe he's watching. All right, Aries, let's see what's going on for you. Oh, the cards are holding back today. Okay. Oh, look, some good luck. So we got the clover, good luck. We've got a little bit of luck there on your side. Of course, you with the sun in your first house, bringing you all the good vibes, you do have some sunny clover, good luck vibes. So that's good. Now, let's pull a card from this guest deck, Learning Tarot Cards. These are available in the description of my website on Amazon if you're interested. And I think I make a tiny little commission if you buy them off that link, but whatever. You don't have to. But just saying, if you're interested, I do like these cards because they've got a little bit of everything. I'll show you what I mean. For Aries, all right, we've got nice big yes, number 14. And this is Temperance. So, this is a big major arcana card, so it's important for you. 1 + 4 = 5, the number of change. So how do we balance things during our change of life right now, Aries? Okay, lots of big changes for you. It is kind of the reset for you, a new beginning, and with Aries season here. But this is all about having balance and peace and patience, right? And moderation, inner calm, and that new moon that we had in Pisces on March 18th is going to help you find that through meditation, 12th house stuff, slowing down, just listening to your dreams and the downloads that come, things like that, right? For you, Aries here. And Jupiter runs this card. Check it out. Jupiter and solar plexus chakra, that yellow one in your tummy for intuition as well. So Temperance. Okay, you can look that card up too on the Google machine. Number 14, Temperance. All right, Aries. So that looks good. Come see me for a reading. And for Taurus, Taurus rising, and those with their moons in Taurus, this Aries is activating your 12th house. It's a rest time period for you until it's your time to shine in Taurus season, starting around April 19th, okay? So we want to prioritize rest, intuitive downloads, letting yourself receive, Taurus. Doing the yoga, the meditation, all that spiritual stuff, right? But it's really about calming the mind and letting yourself just rest. It's like you're recharging those batteries for when it's your time to be popular, like Aries is right now and stuff like that, right? The 12th house is a lot about mental health too, and just letting yourself feel, and anything you've been repressing, just observing and working with that. A lot of saltwater bath, a lot of magnesium lotion is going to help you, Taurus, essential oils, grounding, things like that for the 12th house activation. And you'll be very psychic, and you're getting prophetic dreams during this time too. So write them down as soon as you wake up, because you may see some really cool information coming out through your dreams. All right. Now, we did also have that new moon in Pisces, right, on the March 18th. I did a video about that, and that was hitting your 11th house of the people. So you are having to balance between the quiet time in the 12th house, but with the 11th house of all these social and new things that have been happening, these new groups of people that you've been encountering with, especially spiritual people, Taurus. Now, I also like to look at what Venus is doing for you as a general theme for you for the month, for the Aries season, March 20th to April 19th. Now, Venus has been in Aries, and she don't like it there because it's too bro marketing there for her, but she is going to go into Taurus. Venus is moving into your sign of Taurus, and Venus runs you. This is a good thing. March 30th, this is when it happens. You're going to start to feel better again and like grounded again. Like, oh, I got my Venus back. Venus is back. Venus was her name. You're going to feel more pretty and more creative and more luxurious and beautifying things and all sorts of great, wonderful things, especially beautifying yourself. You might want to try out a new hairstyle or do the, that season thing where you find out if you're a winter, a summer, a spring, or an autumn, and then you find the right color palette with the makeup and the hair and the clothes. All that kind of beauty stuff can be happening for you too, but you're just looking really good, Taurus, here when Venus moves into your sign on March 30th. So that looks amazing. I also like to look at what Jupiter's doing, because Jupiter's in a good spot right now that's bringing us luck, and it's bringing luck into your 3rd house of your siblings, your neighborhood, your marketing, your sales. 3rd house stuff is bringing you luck at least until summertime 2026 here. So enjoy that still. Don't forget about Jupiter bringing you blessings when you go out in the community, when you do community events, when you get out in the neighborhood, and there's all sorts of things that can happen there. And also, good relationships with your siblings or your cousins and your neighbors. So that's looking nice for you too, for some good luck there. Oh, and Uranus is still in Taurus for a few more months here in your first sign. So you're still feeling quite a bit of change, Taurus, with Uranus bringing unexpected things still here and there. You know, Uranus likes to shake things up too if it feels like you're being too, I don't know. I don't even know the word I'm trying to look for, but it tries to shake you up and wake you up with sometimes some unexpected events. So that's neither good nor bad. It just is. But if you notice that your life has really felt like a big change, well, it's because Uranus is in that last degrees of Taurus before it moves into Gemini, the air sign, where a lot of technology and stuff's going to explode this year. I think it's in May or I can't remember. I should have wrote that down when Uranus moves into Gemini, but I'll probably have to just make a whole new video for that one because that's a big thing. So that's going on. Now, let's pull some cards for you from our deck. The Power of Eight, Chakra Lenormand. Check it out. She's reaching for the stars. She's been chakrified. Let's see for you, Taurus, what's up. You can get these on my website, www.themoontree.org, Taurus, if you are interested. All right. That was just a little plug for my cards, but look, time. This was a bonus card. This isn't actually in traditional Lenormand, but time, time. Some of us feel like time's moving really fast, and some of us, it's like, I can't wait for spring to come. That's me. I can't wait for spring to come. But time is kind of an issue here, and time is an illusion, but it might feel a certain way with you at this time. I do see the numbers on the clock that Michelle drew. It's 4:20. If that tells you anything. All right, Taurus. I'll pull one more card for you too, to just see what this time is about here. Okay, the obstacles, the mountain. It could feel like you've been through a lot of, obstacles and stuff. I do think Uranus is going to shake you up here in the next few coming months too, just to finalize anything. But this is a good time to go within and look at what is blocking your progress, Taurus. And the 12th house is a good time to do meditation and to write down your dreams and to go within a little more. Just to, observe and see all the things that could be blocking you from having your best life, right? So that looks interesting indeed. Okay, and one more card for you, Taurus. I'm going to choose from this cool deck that I have, the Learning Tarot cards with keywords and planets and zodiacs and chakra meanings. And this deck is available in the description of this video. You can buy them on Amazon through that link if you're interested. All right. Very cool little deck of tarot with the keywords. I love it. Okay, so for Taurus in Aries season, March 20th to April 19th. Oh, there's a card that's sticking up. Another major arcana card. I got one for Aries too. A major arcana card means it's important. It's a major thing, okay? And it's the number 17, and it's the star card run by Aquarius. Star card. This is a lot about, having hope for the future, inspiration for the future. And when you wish upon a star, that kind of vibe. It's a renewal card too, though, the renewal card. And so that 12th house is trying to rest and renew you for your time to shine in Taurus season, right? It's about having faith and healing, rejuvenation, that kind of vibe too. It's called the star card in Tarot. Number 17, 1 + 7 = 8, the power of 8. 8 is a lot about getting into your own power by getting out of feedback loops or patterns that are no longer serving you, right? So there's a lot of inner work happening with you here with the star card too, run by Uranus, right? We talked about Uranus a little bit there in your chart, Uranus and Taurus right now for a few more months. And this is run by Aquarius. So there's a lot about the hopes and dreams for the future as well. So there's rejuvenation, calm, healing, and then also thinking a little bit about your future, because your future, is just around the corner with Taurus season coming around the corner too. So that's kind of interesting. The star card in Tarot. You could Google that and find out more. And you can come see me for a reading, Taurus. Gemini rising, those with their moons in Gemini. Aries season is activating your 11th house of the networks and the people, but not only that, it's your hopes and dreams for the future, Gemini. Really good time to make a vision board right now, or to plan, what do I want for the rest of this year? What do I desire? Where would I like to see myself, once December, Christmas time, or whatever comes around, as an example. But it's also a lot about just people are your cheat code to this game of life. And we just had this new moon, new beginnings in Pisces on March 18th. I made a video for that, and I showed you how it was affecting your 10th house of career, fame, and recognition. So there's a lot about fame within the people, recognized and getting blessings from your work or from beneficial people in some way. So this is not a good time to stay at home all the time in your little corner under your blanket. This is the time for you to get out, promote, be recognized, and enjoy that as well, and enjoy the experiences of connections with people. Okay, we do have a full moon in Libra on April 1st, which is creating some completion phase, some endings when it comes to your projects that you've been working on. Okay, so that's nice. It could be something completing with the kids, 5th house. It could be that you hear that you're pregnant, or that someone in your family is pregnant as well with that 5th house. It could also be completing things to do with the romances. It's like, okay, you're coming at a crossroads now with that romance. Do we take it to the next level, or do we kind of end it here as well? So there is a lot of focus with people here for you in Aries season in all sorts of ways. I like to look what Mercury's doing for you, Gemini, because that's your planet. And Mercury, on exactly March 20th, when Aries season starts, well, Mercury goes direct again in your 10th house. You are hearing a lot about your career. And if you're retired, it's information about your retirement or from the government or things like that as well. And in some cases, it could be about stuff about the parents. If you still have your parents alive and with you at this time, there's probably some news surrounding that issue as well. And then Mercury moves into Aries on March 4th. And so there's a lot of forward momentum here with the people. You may notice that your groups, associations, your friends, your networks are a little more active here with Mercury in Aries. It could be like a little more blunt or a little more motivated, or it feels like, to me, it's a really good time to get on some kind of exercise program with other people in some way. So lots of physical stuff going on with you, Gemini, too. You've got that power of Mercury in Aries makes you feel more action oriented, movement forward oriented. So that looks good as well. We just have to watch our words though, because Mercury's the talking planet, and when it's in Aries, it's a little fiery, can get hot under the collar. So take a deep breath and don't get all crazy, Gemini, either with those people, because you will have a lot of different interactions with certain people. And with Mercury and Aries, we just got to be careful not to overdo it when it comes to that fiery yay energy, right? So just something to look out for. Okay, let's pull some cards for you, Gemini, from the Power of Eight Chakra Lenormand. These are available on my website, www.themoontree.org. And look, we've got some work stuff. The Fox. It's a lot about especially if you're a spiritual entrepreneur like I am, or an entrepreneur or soulpreneur. And so we've got the Fox here. So there is a lot of attention on the work here, and of the people, and of your networks, and all that kind of stuff too. So it's a good time for growth, Gemini, when it comes to those things, your career, your business. And when it comes to the romance part, we might want to watch out for these cunning, sly people. Okay, with the Fox can often, sometimes warn us about certain people who are cunning but kind of sly, like Fox sort of vibe as well. So just watch out for that. It's not a big deal, but it's just discernment, right? It's who you choose to hang out with, and you'll know, Gemini. You're intuitive. You'll know. So that's fine too. But it's really an action time for your career and the people and your networks and moving forward there. You're at the top of the chart, pretty popular too, Gemini. So Everybody's kind of looking at you. Ooh, what's Gemini going to do next, right? And we got the star card. I just got this for, I think it was Taurus, actually, the sign before you. So it's rippling the star card. It's a major arcana card for your hopes and dreams, but it's recognition too, inspiration, and it's run by Uranus. So there's big changes there. Unexpected changes can happen for you when it comes to the people and when it comes to your career or your business and all sorts of stuff like this. This could be also for some of you, Gemini, your time to shine and be famous on the YouTube or on the TikTok or whatever as well. Okay, so if you are a content creator, this is a really good time to make some really good, juicy content. Okay, so just putting that out there. The star card, it's a yes, it's crown chakra for connection. The purple one on here, where it connects to people and to higher self and to the universe in general. So there's lots there with the star card. You can Google that one. And 1 + 7 = 8, the power of 8. Rising into your power in some way, but also getting out of any feedback loops of the 8 on its side, these patterns that no longer serve you anymore, and to recognize those patterns, what's holding you back from achieving all that you want to achieve in that 10th and 11th house stuff. Okay, so that looks good. Come see me for a reading, Gemini. All right, Cancer rising, those with their moons in Cancer. Aries season is affecting your 10th house. This is at the top of the chart. Everybody's looking at you here. You're quite popular. There's a fame, recognition, career, business sort of vibe there. Also, you may be hearing or having more interaction with your parents, for example, if they're still with us, right? There's parents up in the 10th house too, but it's a lot about your business and career and hopes and dreams for the future in a way too. And you know, with that new moon in Pisces, March 18th that happened, you watch my video, I made a whole video just on that new moon on March 18th. That was affecting our 9th house of expansion. So there's expansions in our business, our career, our learning, our teaching other people maybe. So that's really cool. You know, take advantage of that. This is a good time. I like when things are in the high part of the houses. It's more of a yang energy too, and more outward, you know, popular recognition, promotion for things that you've done in the past as well. So that looks really good. Good time to ask for a promotion. If you do have a job, you know, you should be asking for a raise every year, okay? Or you're losing out on thousands of dollars with inflation and things like that happen every year. So you should be asking for a raise, and working on your business and getting out there to the people, and that looks really good. There could be lots of foreign people coming into your life in some way as well. And, you know, it's a really good time to publish something for your business or publish something that you've been wanting to do. Maybe you want to make your own oracle cards, or maybe you want to publish some art or some music or an ebook or anything like that to the world. Maybe it's a course or whatever you want to do, but there's lots of that opportunity for you, Cancer, at this time. You know, when you're run by the moon, and we have that full moon in Libra coming this April 1st at 12 degrees in your 4th house of home and family. So there's something ending maybe, or culminating, or a new chapter when it comes to something to do with your house, your real estate in some way. Could be about your investments as well. Maybe it's also you're thinking about having a home business, Cancer, or maybe doing more stuff at home when it comes to your career. That could be a thing too. But again, a lot about the parents too. If your parents are still with us, there's a lot of action surrounding your parents. So that should be interesting. Okay, Cancer. And also Jupiter, the holly jolly good luck vibe, loves being in Cancer. It's there until June 30th of 2026 this year. So this summer it'll change over into Leo. So for now, enjoy the benefits and all the blessings that Jupiter is bringing you as a Cancer moon, Cancer rising, or Cancer sun. You're just looking better. You're feeling good. And there's just a lot of blessings in your relationships too. And just your body. Like there's just good stuff happening there. So enjoy that. That's really good luck. Really good luck time for you, Cancer, here in Aries season. If you use the energies in your favor, right? Think big, think future, and, you know, enjoy. That's a good thing. Okay, let's pull some cards for you, Cancer, from the Power of Eight Chakra Lenormand. These are available on my website, www.themoontree.org. All right, this is for Cancer in Aries season, which is affecting our 10th house of career, fame, recognition, money from the government, retirement, parents. And look, there's a solution, a key, and the 10th house is affected with that 4th house of the home and family. I mean, this could be for some of you a new house, new real estate, but in general, the key is a very spiritual card, but it's a good card. It's a yes card, and it means solutions. The keys to life are coming your way. So lots of good promotional activations here for you in a good way. So that looks very good. Now, let's pull a card from my guest deck today, the Learning Tarot cards. You can get these in the description of this video if you want to order them off Amazon, off my link. And they're really cool because they're tarot cards that have chakra stuff on them, keywords, the planets that are associated with the tarot card, and I just love it. Okay, so this is for Cancer rising, and Cancer moon for the Aries energy in the 10th house of your career, fame, and recognition. And what did we get here? Ooh, we got wealth card. We got a number 9 of coins, or a 9 of pentacles, with Venus bringing us blessings here, that Venus planet, and a little bit of Virgo, service to people, enjoying the earthly 3D elements as well. There could be wealth coming to you for some reason as well. It could be coming from your career, or from the government, or from your parents. I mean, there's just abundance is everywhere for you here, but there's a lot about just enjoying. Like, look at her, she's enjoying, and it's a yes card, and that's the orange. You can't see it in my chart here, but it's in your female reproductive area, just underneath your belly button. Okay, and this is for creating and for feeling good. I mean, there's lots of good words. If you want to read the keywords, there's independence, there's success, financial stability and security, prosperity, wealth, abundance, rewards through the hard work. It's paying off. Collecting on investments. Yes, that could be a thing too. You may be collecting on some of those past investments at this time. All right. I got a few investment videos and money videos all over in my channel. Check that out. Thriving business, 10th house of career. Wow. So lots of good stuff. There's status there. That's also a 10th house thing. Top of the chart. Everybody's looking at you, Cancer. There's status and recognition, maturity there. Okay. So that's good. I like that card. Come see me for a reading, Cancer. All right, Leo rising. Those are their moons in Leo. Aries season, starting on March 20th till April 19th, is affecting your 9th house of expansion. So there's a lot of good vibes in the 9th house. It's quite exciting. Can feel a little bit like a reset too, though, like a new beginning in that 9th house. I mean, there could be travel opportunities. There's learning in there. Maybe some of you are going back to college or university to get a degree, or to get your doctorate, or your master's. I don't know, but there's just a lot of expansion in knowledge, and through travel as well for a lot of you during Aries season. So that looks cool. I mean, enjoy that. It's very exploratory and fun. And it's, the little flappers here are expanding your horizons in some way. So that looks really cool. And because, Leo, you're ruled by the sun, that means you're also going to be really affected anytime there's a new or full moon. We just had that new moon, March 18th in Pisces. I did a video for that, talking about how new beginnings in your 8th house of your finances, working with your debt, your future, your legacy, and maybe more interest in the astrology and things like that. You got to go watch that video. But there's a transformation there for you too, in expansion as well. But we also get the full moon on Libra, which is happening on April 1st, April Fool's Day. And so this full moon brings a little bit of a culmination, or an ending, or just the end of a cycle in some way when it comes to the 3rd house of, and these can be sort of like you've ended a course, or you're coming to a completion with a neighborhood project, because the 3rd house holds a lot of things. It could be, stuff in the community quite a bit. There could be like an ending in some way, or a culmination, or you've completed some kind of project within the community, for example. It could be, stuff with your siblings being activated as well, your brothers, sisters. Maybe you've been disconnected from one of your siblings for a really long time, and suddenly that ends and now you're connected again, right? I mean, it can go a bunch of ways here. Could be about your vehicle too. I mean, some of you Leos will be definitely having an end to that old vehicle and onto a new vehicle. That could definitely be a thing as well. So there's lots of interesting events happening. You're on kind of this line that's very busy and social activity. I mean, I think you're going to be getting a lot more during Aries season, a lot more calls, a lot more meetings on Zoom, a lot more emails, a lot more texts, right? There's just a lot of busy buzz there too. So, that's all right. And then Jupiter in Cancer bringing you blessings, of course, until this summer in your 12th house of the supernatural, the spiritual, and the psychic abilities. So don't forget about that. You can always trust your intuition, Leo, at this time, at least until June 30th of this year, 2026. Okay. You're just really super psychic, getting those dreams, and lots of inner work that you've been doing, really going within. You've been through some stuff, Leo, some changes, and now it's time to expand and be all that you can be, Leo. Okay, let's pull some cards for you. We'll pull from The Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand. These are available on my website, www.themoontree.org, if you are interested. And so, Leo, let's see for you. 9th house. I love the 9th house. Such a nice energy healing house too. Travel, foreign affairs. Look, the woman is jumping for joy. The woman card, that's you, or a woman is, if you're a man watching, this would be a woman involved, helping you reach for the stars into your power. The bear. This popped out with the woman. She's reaching for her special power. This is financial power as well. And so we are seeing a lot with that new moon that happened on March 18th in Pisces. Okay, you are really reaching into that 8th house of your financial power for the future, transformation, being bold, bigger, better, more improved version of yourself, Leo, at this time. That looks very exciting. Now, let's pull from the Learning Tarot cards. Check out the description if you'd like to order these through my link on Amazon. But we've got Learning Tarot cards, and I'll show you what this is all about. If you, I'm an advanced tarot user, but I still love these cards because they remind me. It's really hard for me to remember, all the chakras that go with the cards, what the planets are. But look, you got a really good one. You got a yes card, a culmination. You've got the 10 of Pentacles, or the 10 of coins, the 10 of abundance. Wow. So yeah, it's really going good for you, Leo. You've got a good Aries season coming your way. And you've got Mercury in there. And Mercury is going direct here on March 20th, the same day Aries starts. So you are feeling some movement forward here for you, Leo, in money, 8th house, and 9th house of expansion. So you're just having a lot of good, look at the keywords here. There it says unexpected financial windfall, lump sum. Yes, money. Chunky money, as what Lori Lothian, one of my favorite astrologers, she says, chunky money in the 8th house. And yes, that's big money. And it's about your will, your deeds, your trust funds, your inheritances, 8th house activation too with that new moon. But the 9th house is showing you expansion in everything in your life, in your knowledge, in your money, and all sorts of great things. And it could be about your ancestry, your family home, all sorts of things. So research tonight the 10 of coins, or the 10 of pentacles, and see what it says. We've got the red root chakra for stability and security, so that looks good. We got a little bit of Mercury for the thinking and the merchant stuff in you. If you're lots of Leos are business owners, so there's lots of popular times to make money off what you sell. And then of course we've got the Virgo, which is service to others, and wonderful things like that. So yeah, lots of good stuff for you. Okay, Leo, come see me for a reading. Sounds exciting. Virgo rising, those with their moons in Virgo. The Aries season is affecting your 8th house. It's activating your money for the future, your money from other people, government. It could be like inheritances or working on your will or working on your investments, working on your debt, working on your financial planning quite often in that 8th house. But there's a transformation there too, not just about money, but just in general, transforming into sort of a new you in some way. And it does have a lot to do with your relationships. And I'll tell you why. We had that new moon, new beginning in Pisces on March 18th. I did a whole video on that. Now, that's affecting your 7th house of the partnerships, the people, the contracts and commitments that you have. So I think you're going through all of those kind of things, Virgo, and cleaning up. Okay. And I like to see what Mercury's doing for you. And during Aries season, it goes direct on March 20th. So it moves forward again. There's action with your relationships, your contracts and commitments in the 7th house. But then Mercury moves into Aries on April 14th. So what that means is you're getting even more action when it comes to your money. Lots about getting an interest in the occult in the 8th house too, like astrology, tarot cards, energy healing, all sorts of spiritual stuff too, and bringing things up to the surface and really transforming, like the phoenix rising, for example, so that looks good, Virgo. Keep it up. You're doing a good job. It hasn't been super easy for you, I wouldn't say. I don't feel like it's been super easy for you, especially with that Virgo lunar eclipse we had on March 3rd. I did a whole video on that. Make sure you watch that one too, because it's all about you, Virgo. Big changes, big endings, new reset button. I just keep saying, brr, brr, brr. All right, so let's pull a card for you for this Aries activation in your 8th house. Power of 8 chakra Lenormand. You can get these on my website, www.themoontree.org, Virgo, if you're interested. Okay, for Virgo, what's happening during Aries season, March 20th to April 19th? In the 8th house, you can research that. Just type in Google 8th house, what does it mean or whatever, okay? Learn more about that in astrology. But look, there is lots about the love, the joint partnership stuff as well. And it's also transforming your life, I think, in the 8th house about doing those things you love and enjoying the pleasures of life and really focusing on your desires now. I feel, Virgo, that a lot of times you focus on everybody else's desires and don't leave enough time for your own desires, wants, wishes, taking a break, taking a vacation even for some of you Virgos. So this is a time to really think about that in that 8th house. What does bring me pleasure and joy? What's holding me back from that? And how could I get more of this in my life? The love, right? And you can just start little things like essential oils that make you feel like love and snuggly and those feelings. And you could wear more green or pink or get that kind of color vibe in your house, for example. Anything to do with that heart chakra and just loving yourself. And I'm getting the download boundaries, putting boundaries around certain things too, proper boundaries, so that you don't feel like you're depleted in the love heart department, and what you enjoy and love in this world. So that's important. Boundaries is what I got there for sure. Okay, we're going to pull a card now from the Learning Tarot cards, and you can get these in my link in the description on Amazon. These are so cool, Virgo, because they have extra information on the tarot card. I'll show you what I mean. All right, for Virgo, Aries season, 8th house activation. What shall we know for Virgo? Oh, there's a card. Yes card, the Emperor, another boundaries card, another major arcana too. I think I've been getting major arcanas for almost everybody, Virgo, and major change here this Aries season. I mean, it is the beginning of the zodiac. Spring has sprung in the northern hemisphere. It is a beginning time, but this Emperor card is showing that boundaries, the security of the red root chakra, right? And it's like Mars is involved there too, and Mars is doing let's see, for you, Virgo, April 9th is when Mars moves into your 8th house, so you're really feeling it, especially April 9th and beyond, this forward movement when it comes to your boundaries, your money stuff, your transformation, your spouse, lots of action with the spouse, right? Your partner, and that, but there's that boundaries again too, right? And we've got stability, structure, protection, authority, taking authority over your life, Virgo. We've got Aries too. Look, Aries and Mars, they're both together with this Emperor card. Very fiery card here, taking some action to be sure you feel stable and structured, and can also have a lot to do with a father figure in your life as well, in some cases for you Virgos too. But the Emperor is what I'd like you to look up on Google after this and read more about this card, the Emperor. And it is the number 4 for security, stability, and the 4 corners of your house holding it up, the 4 legs holding up your table. There's a security with the square, the 4 corners, the number 4 as well. So you could, help activate the security by using red root chakra methodologies, right? Looking up the red root chakra for stability and security. And that's in your legs and your feet, and it's holding up your body, right? And, I'm excited for Aries season because usually that means the snow melts around here, at least in northern Canada, which means I can finally start walking bare feet in the ground again, which is such a really quick way to ground yourself in that red root chakra. Okay. But for now, I am getting red root chakra through the essential oils from a tree: cedar wood, sandalwood, cinnamon bark, anything that smells like vetiver, those thick grounding essential oils, vaporized, diffused in the house, can really be helpful at this time. Okay, Virgo, come see me for a reading. All right, Libra rising, those with their moons in Libra. Aries is activating your 7th house of your partnerships, your contracts, and commitments. So lots of action there with the one-on-ones and things in your life that way. But I do think it has a lot to do with your work or your business, Libra, because we get this new moon on March 18th in Pisces, activating your 6th house of your day-to-day life, your work, your co-workers, or if you own a business, it's your employees. So I am thinking it's contracts, commitments, and people energy that way too. But for some Libras, it could be you're getting a new pet, okay? Maybe a cat comes to your door and you get to adopt the cat. I don't know. I grew up on a farm. That happened all the time. But things like that. But lots about your health too. Maybe it's about making a new contract and commitment to yourself about your health, okay, and better health in that way. But lots about making an easier day-to-day life too, and getting rid of stuff that's blocking you from having an easy daily routine and things like that, Libra too. So getting back on track with that. We do have the full moon in Libra, your sign, on April 1st. So big time for you. Aries season is important to you. It feels quite important because this full moon's activating your 1st house of the self. I think a lot of you Libra are changing your appearance quite a bit here, physical appearance. Some of you may be getting a tattoo, a new hairstyle, new clothes, and something like that. But not only that, there's just a relationship shift in the way you do relationships with a significant other, with close partnerships, with business partnerships. The way you're doing that is changing big time for you, Libra, at this time. And I think that Aries is giving you some energy vibes to move forward with those changes that you need to make there. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I like to look what Venus is doing for you, Libra, because Venus rules you and Taurus. So I always look at Venus for you and Taurus. Now, Venus has been in Aries for a while here in your 7th house. It may have felt a little bit iffy because Venus don't like being in Aries that much. She thinks he's too bro marketing and that kind of. Aries is a little too hot for Venus, and I don't know. There's just a little too masculine maybe for Venus. Maybe I don't know, but she doesn't like super like being there, and that's been in your 7th house of those really close partnerships, commitments. However, Venus has been using Aries energy to help you cancel, clear, delete any old contracts and commitments or subscriptions or money suckers and your credit cards, for example, and helping you cancel all that so you can save some more money, right? And not let the money leak. I know that she's been doing that for you. Now, Venus does move into Taurus, yours, which she loves to be doing, right? She loves being in Taurus because she rules you and Taurus. So you're benefiting from this, Libra, on March 30th and beyond as she moves through Taurus. And that is in your 8th house of transformation in some way. And also a lot about your money, your future money, your investments. You might be actually getting an inheritance or a chunk of money from someone, and it doesn't mean that that person has passed away. It could be like your parents giving you money, right? I'm just giving different examples. It could be an investment that you did before is now finally coming to fruition, and you're taking the investment out and spending the money or whatever. There's just a lot of transformation stuff. It's also Venus is bringing you beauty to yourself too, and more about your intimacy. I mean, a lot of you Libras are going to have a little more fun in the bedroom too, with Venus moving into Taurus on March 30th too. So lots of cool transformation there with your intimacy, your husband or wife too in the 8th house, and also your other money. I'm really thinking a lot of you are getting either getting money from the government, getting money from your parents, getting money through an investment that has come to fruition as well. So it looks good. I mean, there's lots of good stuff there. Okay. And also Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter brings you luck here, at least until June 30th of this year, 2026. So it's bringing you luck in your 10th house of career, fame, recognition, popularity, and stuff like that too. So use that, to your advantage. Make these new contracts and commitments now in Aries season that benefit you, that make your life easier, and that make your day-to-day life feel happy, right? And exciting, because life is meant to be fun. Right, Libra? All right, let's pull some cards from the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand. These are available on my website, www.themoontree.org, if you're interested, Libra. Now, let's see for Libra's 7th house activation during Aries season. Getting a message, a letter, a message. Ooh, what kind of letter or message? The written word. Could be about work, could be a new contract or commitment because of that 7th house activation, Libra. Not surprised. You're getting something new, and you're going to have some options here. What are we going to do? Are we going to go this way or this way when we receive this correspondence, this letter? So, you'll make the right decision, Libra. You've got Venus in Taurus on March 30th in your 8th house, which can be pretty psychic there too. So you can trust your intuition, Libra, when it comes to those choices. Or you can come see me for a reading and we can dive deeper into your cards and stars. Scorpio rising goes with their moons in Scorpio. Aries season, the sun is moving through your 6th house. So it's activating things like your health, but not just your health. It's your day-to-day life. It could be your coworkers. It could be, if you have a business, it's your employees. Could be your rentals if you rent things out. Lots of stuff in the 6th house. It's quite often about our just regular day-to-day. You get up in the morning, you have your coffee, tea, and then you go to bed at night. So everything in between from those two times, right? So I am seeing a little bit of creativity and romance when it comes to your work or when it comes to your day-to-day life, because we just had this new moon, new beginnings on March 18th in Pisces. I made a whole video for that. Check that out. Okay. And I was activating your fifth house of creativity, of romance, of sports and hobbies and fun stuff. So it's your day-to-day life is looking up, Scorpio. It's looking really good. I mean, it could be really good for your health too. In some cases, it can show pregnancy if you've been wanting to be pregnant too. You know, Aries season might be a good time here, March 20th to April 19th, to get pregnant. Or you may hear from someone at work is pregnant, like a coworker, and you know, all the things that happen when a coworker gets pregnant, right, with the job and stuff like that. So it could be like that, or maybe one of your family members. So I am sensing pregnancy for some of you for sure. We do have the full moon in Libra on April 1st in your 12th house. So there is something to do with hospitals there too. You know, it could be health checks and you know, the feeling that I'm getting too is that you may have been waiting for some kind of assessment or some kind of paperwork when it comes to your health scan of some sort, or maybe it's a time to actually go in to get those checked out too. You might get a nice surprise about how to deal with anything to do with the health issue in your day-to-day life. I mean, there's so many things. We'd have to look deeper into your chart to see exactly where it's all happening. But the 12th house is not just about hospitals. It's a lot about your intuition, your psychic powers. I think that you are really good at telling when it's time to buy a lottery ticket right now in Aries season, or when your luck is high, or like you can follow your intuition really good in that 12th house here with that full moon, at least for that April 1st week, the week of April 1st to 6th and 7th. That week you're going to be super intuitive, super psychic, and you can use that to your advantage as well. You know, very good for meditation and the busyness of the 6th house at work and mental health and stuff like that. This can be a good time to really focus on planning a routine, right? Different routines, like a meditation routine, or listening to solfeggio music at night, or binaural beats at night, or hypnosis at night while you're sleeping to reprogram your mind for good things. All that kind of stuff too might be a really good time here for you to think about quitting some kind of bad habit that may, you know, whether it's smoking or drinking too much or drugs or fast food or anything like that, Scorpio, or whatever, but just stuff that might be affecting your health. You might be wanting to change that in some way. Okay, now I like to look at what Mars is doing for you, Scorpio, because Mars rules you. Mars also rules Aries, and we are in Aries season. Scorpio, this is happening. You know, there's a lot of energy in your 5th house of creativity with Mars and Pisces until April 9th. So until April 9th, you can enjoy maybe a little more romance and between the sheets as well. You can enjoy more time with your kids. You'll feel energetic with your kids as well. And also putting some energy into your projects to complete them maybe, or to do something creative. Maybe it's bringing you a little bit of luck in the lottery too, right? But in any case, it's a really good vibe. It feels pretty hot and spicy sometimes too, like a Latino dance or something like that. Like it feels pretty cool. And then Scorpio, we have Mars moving into Aries on April 9th, where you're really starting to feel a lot of forward movement with taking care of your health, your day-to-day routine. Maybe it's starting a new physical routine, maybe taking a walk every morning. You're really starting to be present in your body, I feel. We have to watch for inflammation with this combination too, Scorpio. Watch for gluten, dairy, and sugar. And anything that can cause inflammation. It can even be stress from the media, watching, you know, too much TikTok or doom scrolling or anything like that too. There's just a lot of hot, fiery, inflammatory energy that we want to take care of as well. Okay. Okay, so let's pull a card for you, Scorpio, from the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand. And these are available on my website, www.themoontree.org, if you're interested. The woman reaching for what? Lots about the woman's, body, her chakras, aligning her chakras. She's finding the solution. This is such a nice card to get, the key. She's finding all the solutions to her health, to her work, to her day-to-day, to her what makes her have fun in life. And lots with the purple I'm seeing for you. Oops, that's the wrong card. Where did that woman card go? I don't know. Here, we'll use this one. There's purple there, which is a lot about connection. So connecting to your body, connecting to yourself, connecting to your coworkers, connecting to your pets, connecting to your health, that kind of vibe. And amethyst, it's like the Jill of all trades. Okay, amethyst can be very good for this combo with the and for some of you, if you're a man watching and you're like, well, I'm not a woman, so how does this work? Well, it could be a woman in your life is providing you some kind of key solution in your life too. A woman during Aries season will help you with that. So that looks really good. Yes, go for it. Okay, Scorpio, I'm seeing you for a reading. Sagittarius rising, those with their moons in Sag. Well, Aries activating your 5th house of the fun. This is exciting. Aries season, I don't know if you noticed that, but every time Aries season happens from March 20th to April 19th-ish, you are feeling a little bit better, lucky, and happy, and having fun, and being more like a kid again, or spending more time with your kids. 5th house is a really nice house. It's my favorite house, to be honest. There's just a lot of cool stuff that happen in there, and it's all fun. I mean, it's hobbies. Pregnancy can happen in there. Romance happens in there. Being creative, doing the music, doing the art, doing the hobbies, doing the aquafit and the Zumba with your friends, wine and paint night. I mean, it's just a fun house. It's the 5th house, so have fun with that. Enjoy that. We did have that new moon, new beginning on March 18th in Pisces. I made a video about that. Check that out, because I talked about how it was affecting your 4th house of the home and family. So we're just having some new beginnings with your real estate, the house environment, the ancestors. Could be energy about your parents in some way too, happening, new beginnings there. Especially if you're like me, I'm 48, and my parents are getting to the age where we have to start, thinking of, how you doing on the farm by yourselves there, folks, kind of maybe helping them out more and all that kind of stuff, right? So lots of 4th house home and family vibes for you too, Sag, on top of that. And it could be kids leaving the house to go to university, for example, or get on their own. Or it could be, for some of you, Sag, the kids coming and back and moving back in with you. Or they just need more attention or some, from you in some way too, Sag. But make sure you have fun, because it is all about having the fun here. Okay, Sagittarius, I like to see, what's Jupiter doing for you? Because Jupiter rules you in traditional astrology, and Jupiter is in Cancer until June 30th. It's activating your 8th house of transformation. There's a lot of money transformation too happening with you, Sag. For some of you, you could be making more money through your creations, like you're finally selling your art or your poetry or your music or something like that too, or making a business out of it. The 5th house often holds what I call the soulpreneurship, or your entrepreneur, your business in the 5th house too, because the 5th house is about creating. We create kids there, and we create businesses there, and that kind of vibe too. So, for some of you, you could be really thinking about having a home business, or trying to expand your current home business in some way too. Or, how can I make my house ownership, my mortgage, less of a liability and more of an income stream? How could I do that? Right, Sag? So lots of thoughts there. Come see me for a reading. But before that, let's pull some cards. We'll pull from the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand. These are available on my website, www.themoontree.org. And this is for Sagittarius during Aries season, happening soon. home and family. Come on, you can't even make this stuff up. Yeah, so you've got a lot of creativity and you've got a lot of kid energy and hobbies and romance and stuff like that in the fifth house. But that new moon that happened on March 18th in Pisces is really affecting, because it is in the fourth house of home and family. And this is number 4 card, home and family. So everything I said is just being validated through the cards. Okay, so enjoy that. It could be about making your home as best as you can to be a sanctuary, to be a place of centeredness and rest and relaxation, and the hub of all the rest of the pieces of your pie, right? Now, let's pull a card from the Learning Tarot cards. You can get these through Amazon on my link in the description if you're interested in these. They're tarot cards for beginners, but I'm an advanced tarot user, but I love these because it tells me the planets and the chakras associated with each card and keywords if I'm feeling stumped on what the card is trying to say. So for you, Sagittarius, let's see for Aries season. Oh, there's the flip. Ooh, the King of Swords. Now, the Swords is a lot about thinking and talking and communication here. That's going to do you well when it comes to your home and family life and with your creativity. Some of this can mean about writing, because the fifth house can often hold a lot of creativity when it comes to writing a book or writing new stuff for your business. So there's lots of that. But there's a lot about being rational, logical, and having structure, having good conversations with people, with the swords, King of Swords, and excellent advice. It could be a person in your life that's giving you excellent advice in some way when it comes to real estate or your home, your family life, or with your kids, lots there. So keep an eye out for that. It's run by Libra, and we've got a little bit of Uranus there, which can show sometimes unexpected changes in some way. But because this is all affecting your fifth house of the fun, it should be all right. But the fifth house is affiliated with the 11th house too. They're on the same line, and that's a lot about people. So I think that this is really telling us to have some good rational communication times with our kids, with our family, with our parents, with the people we work with, whatever, the people. We need to have these good logical conversations, once in a while as well. And Libra wants us to have a win-win outcome, right? Libra wants to have that win-win for everyone. Come see me for reading, Sagittarius, and we can help you out with that. All right, Capricorn rising, those with their moons in Capricorn. Aries season is activating your fourth house of your emotional well-being, your roots, your ancestors, your family members, your parents in some cases. But it's a lot about your home and family, maybe where you live, things like that. All this home is where the heart is happening for you. And we also have the full moon in Libra on April 1st, which is activating your 10th house of career. So, actually has, Michelle, who's the illustrator of our deck, right? There's me, there's Michelle. She's a Capricorn, so is her husband. And they're definitely on that 4-10 line, fourth house of home and family with the 10th house of career, and working with that. So, March 20th to April 19th, expect to hear a lot of news when it comes to those things, okay? And for some of you Capricorns, it could be about really focusing on a home business or making your house make money for you, because right now a mortgage is usually just a liability, just like having a car. Okay, it is a liability, but if you can make income through your house, that's a different story. Whether that's having an Airbnb or using your house to host your home business inside of it, or using the outdoor shed as storage units for people. I'm just making up stuff here, but hosting a daycare out of your house, whatever. But like there's that kind of vibe too with the 410, the fourth house of home and family too for you Capricorn as well. I do think that you're trying to find the balance between having a good home life and having a good career or business or something like that. And so It could also show me that you're a little bit more popular at the house. You might have more visitors here during Aries season too, more dinner dates or hosting events or at your house or something like that too. But it is a good time for you, Capricorn, to do those things for sure. And it's a good time to just clean up the house and make your house the best it can be as well. Okay, and now we also have Saturn. What's Saturn doing? Saturn rules you, Capricorn. I always look what Saturn's doing for you. And again, it's in your 4th house of the home, family, real estate, and parents and your ancestral roots. I wouldn't be surprised, Capricorn, if you hear some information during Aries season about something to do with your ancestry. Some of you are like, I was adopted and I always wanted to know who my real biological parents were, and then somehow you get some news about that. I mean, that's pretty far-fetched, but those are the kinds of things that can happen within that 4th house. There's everything about where you grew up and where you live now and the family and the ancestors and the parents. There's just a lot of vibes surrounding that as well. Okay, now let's pull a card for you, Capricorn, from the Power of Each Chakra Lenormand. These are available on my website, www.themoontree.org. Okay, for Capricorn during Aries season. Ooh, we got a little conflict. Oh, look at that. The whip. Sometimes the whip can be a little bit like sexual like that, but most often it just talks about there could be some kind of conflict, and often it's because we keep going back in those same patterns and we just can't seem to see the other point of view or get out of this little whip circle. So it's good to open your mind, Capricorn, and listen to others and try to find the win-win in any in all the situations. I mean, with Mars and Pisces in your 3rd house of communication and Mercury and Pisces in your 3rd house of communication. So there is a lot about communicating with family members, maybe could be brothers, sisters, parents, anything like that. And we just want to watch for conflict and to try to find the win-win for both parties. Okay, that would be very good. In other news, the whip can also show me that you're embarking on a new fitness regimen, health fitness regimen too. And maybe it's within the home. Maybe some of you are buying some new gym equipment for your home, or trying to save money and not actually buying any gym equipment, but using your own body as weight. I mean, there's lots of exercises that people do without any gym weights or anything like that. You can just use your own body. I mean, there's lots there too. So that looks interesting. Okay, and we'll pull one more card for you, Capricorn, from Learning Tarot Cards. These are available in the link in my description below. If you're interested in purchasing them, they're tarot cards for beginners, but I'm an advanced user and I still love these cards because they show all the chakras on them and they show all the planets on them, and I love that. I mean, and keywords too. So if you're a beginner, it's really good. And look, happy family card. See, home and family, happy family. What can we do to reduce the conflict, to listen to everybody? That everybody needs to feel heard, okay, in the house, in the family. And we've got here the number 10 of Cups, which is a very nice card to get. It's a yes card. It's run by Pisces, very caring, compassionate, especially about the kids and stuff. Mars is in there too, though. See, that Mars thing is coming up. Could cause a little bit of conflict with the whip. Mars is a go-go Apollo type, can get a little hot under the collar kind of planet too. So we just got to watch out for that too. Okay, Capricorn. But there's a lot of opportunity here for happy family. Some of the keywords here are happiness, family, happy families. That's literally what it says. Reunions and homecomings. See, with that 4th house. And some of you may be coming home from something or hosting a homecoming. There's family gatherings. There's marriage, long-term relationships, stability and security and abundance. Children, caring, fun, happily ever after. So yeah, it's a good card to get. You could research this on the Google machine there. Number 10 of Cups. All right. Looking good. And comes in you for a reading, Cap. Aquarius rising, those with their moons in Aquarius. Aries season is affecting our 3rd house. Now, The third house is often mercantile, meaning that we're good salespeople now, good communicators. And I say we because I'm an Aquarius sun, if this is the first time you meet me. Now, the third house is busy. It's social. It's learning. It's teaching. And it's the community. Aries is a perfect time to get out with your community. For some of us, it's going to be short trips during this Aries season from March 20th to April 19th, going on a trip. Could be about your vehicles, getting your vehicle, something to do with your vehicle, your truck, your car, whatever. It could be all sorts of things having to do with that. But the third house is a little bit like busy, okay? And it has a lot to do with your community, your siblings as well. Could be a lot of activity surrounding your siblings or your cousins and your neighbors and just your general community. And it's a really good time to take out your business cards, Aquarius, and go to all the stores and have a chat with the business owners and leave them a business card and tell them what you do, right? And the relevant businesses and things like that. Very good time to work within your community for profit and income and for communications and just to uplift your spirits too. Could be a good time too for a garage sale, third house, from March 20th to April 19th, or to sell some things on Facebook Marketplace or things like that. Third house has a lot to do with that social media and selling, marketing. So that looks really cool indeed. We did have that new moon, new beginnings on March 18th in Pisces. I made a whole video about it. And that was in our second house of money and income. So see how that all ties in together, right? And we do have the full moon in Libra on April 1st. It's a kind of a reset button in how we see the world, new horizons, ninth house. There could be travel there as well. I'm feeling for a lot of Aquarians, this Aries season does have some travel involved for us. Okay. And it'll be good. It's good experiences. It's nice to get out of the house once in a while, right, Aquarius? Okay. And just lots of cool stuff there. Now, I like to look at what Saturn is doing for us in traditional astrology, which is what I follow, whole house system. Saturn is our ruling planet. So, and I guess in modern astrology, Uranus is too, and we'll look at that too. But Saturn just moved into Aries, and so this is again that third house of everything I just said. It's just times two, right? Real busy here, busy with trips, popular. You're getting more texts, you're getting more emails. There could be Saturn sometimes puts some blockages when it comes to those things in order to make us do it right. Okay, so we got to do things. If it doesn't feel like it's going good or flowing properly, it's something we got to think, well, where can I make changes so that it flows better? Whatever that means to you, okay? Because Saturn always tries to teach us a little bit of, do it the right way. Do it the right way, Aquarius. Now, Uranus in Taurus, and Uranus in modern astrology rules us, Aquarius. So I like to look at that, and that's in the fourth house of home and family. We are reaching the end degrees of Taurus before Uranus moves in Gemini, and that's going to deserve a whole other video. But for now, just know that there could be really big, weird changes in your house. Some of you, unexpected changes like, we got a leak there, we just found out we got to do this, or, it's stuff with the home and family and the house itself, the real estate. We might see some things that happen there. But Uranus makes these things happen, but Uranus reflects that these things must happen in order for us to make good changes. And sometimes it feels uncomfortable because it's like unexpected. But Uranus has been like, hey, I let you wait long enough for this there, Aquarius, and now's the time. So it makes things happen and it puts you into action. Okay, Aquarius? So just know that. Okay. Come see me for a reading. But before that, let's pull some cards from our deck. The Power of 8, Chakra, Lenormand. Okay. These are available on my website, of course. www.themoontree.org. Okay, Aquarius. Look at the solutions. I've been getting this a lot. The home and family card too, with the keys, right? The keys to your real estate. But this is the keys to life. This is like you're finding the right solutions when it comes to the third house matters, when it comes to community, when it comes to selling, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to learning and teaching and all those things in the third house. Just study the third house astrology tonight after this. Type it in the Google machine. Okay. Third house. Look at 3333. Wow. But you're finding those solutions that you need, and it's coming through a lot of downloads, or it could be coming from a community member or your neighbor or your brother or sister tells you some information that provides you solutions as well. So keep an eye out, keep an ear out for that too. Okay, Aquarius. Now we're going to pull a card from the Learning Tarot cards. Okay. You can get these too. In my description, I put a link to the Amazon if you're interested. And these are cool because, you know, they're tarot cards, but they also have the planets and they also have the chakras. So I just think, and the keywords too. So really, really cool for beginners. But I'm an advanced tarot user and I still love these cards because of all that extra information. Like I can't remember what chakras go with what tarot card and what planets and all that. So I like how it mixes both the astrology and the chakras too. And now we did get the rest card, the Four of Swords. Four of Swords. Resting. Look, she's napping. She's just chilling out because Aquarius, that third house activation with Aries, fiery Aries, is bringing a lot of busyness, a lot of travel, a lot of learning, and a lot of stimulation. We have to find the balance. That's what this card's telling us. We need to rest. We need to reduce any stress, feeling overwhelmed, mental overload, which Aquarians can get because they're an air sign and they run a lot up here. Wi-Fi in the brain, right? So we need to rest, okay? Jupiter's in there, you know, and Jupiter is in Cancer in our 6th house until summertime, June 30th of 2026, 6th house of health. So better health comes through rest and finding the boundaries and rest and relaxation, right? Meditation, regrouping, healing, planning for the future. But there's a lot about like there's a time to rest and then there's a time to move with that third house too. So keeping in mind everything's a balance. But come see me for a reading, Aquarius. Mwah. Pisces rising, those with their moons in Pisces. Aries season, March 20th to April 19th, is activating your 2nd house of your income, your money, and the way you value yourself. So there could be some money opportunities here and maybe some ways to get different kinds of income, or you're just really having a big focus on your what you're spending on and having a budget. I mean, Mars rules Aries and Mars likes to use his sword and cut, cancel, delete anything erroneous that's not useful anymore. Okay, so it could be like going through your budget, your money that you spend with a fine-tooth comb. It could be a lot of how do I make more money, or how do I gain more money, all sorts of stuff with money. But it's also just your self-worth. For some of you Pisceans that own a business, it's a good time to charge more, create a signature product, service, that kind of thing, and work on the business aspect of things. And if you don't own a business and you work, well, it's a good time to ask for a raise. We should be asking for a raise of some sort every single year, Pisces. I mentioned that in one of my other videos here. And we just did have that new moon on March 18th in Pisces, your sign. So you're really feeling some kind of new shift here when it comes to your identity, your value, and the money that you make, and all sorts of things like that. And for some of you, it could be a lot about your body too. You're starting to be cognizant and aware and observant of what's going in your mouth, right? And how that's affecting your body on a health level too, physical level, emotional level, that kind of vibe too. Now, we do get a full moon in Libra on April 1st, and that's in your 8th house, more about the money, right? You're on the money line, Pisces, here in Aries season, thinking about finances, thinking about your future, your inheritances, your wills, your investments, your income, your spending, right? You may have even watched my recent video, the 50-30-20 rule, right? How to allocate your monthly income into the 50% needs, you know, your housing, your your payments that you have to make, okay? And then 30% is left for your wants, so you can buy whatever you want, not feel guilty about it. And then 20% is for your savings for the future. So you might want to watch that video because you are on the money line. Transformation there when it comes to your value, your worth, and for the future. Okay, but there could be new opportunities coming your way. Maybe some of you are actually getting a new job, or you're taking on a side gig. That's another few videos I just made for Aries to Pisces. Best 5 side gigs for your zodiac sign to make extra money. I mean, I totally vibe with you, right? Now, Jupiter is your ruling planet in traditional astrology, which is what I follow. Now, you have Jupiter bringing you good luck in your 5th house of the fun, of the luck, of romance, being like the kid again, being joyful about life. So I think that this process of the money stuff is also going to kind of highlight the things in your life that you might be buying stuff, but you didn't really want that. And now you're going to start, well, what do I really want to spend my money on? What do I like? What's valuable to me now? So the 5th house is a lot about having fun too. Saving that 30% of income is for whatever you want to do. Get your nails done, get your hair done, get your wine, go gambling with it. I don't care what you do with your 30% of your income, but it's left there on purpose that you never have to feel these weird guilty feelings about money, and that you know that you're still having 20% for the future and your retirement and your kids' college fund and this and that. And you have everything laid out for you for your needs that come every month. It's such a nice feeling when you know exactly where your money's going, what it's doing, and you never have to guess about it. And it leaves more time to feel free to have fun and enjoy the pleasures of life, guilt-free. All right, because life is meant to be fun. And so I think you're learning a lot about that too, Pisces, right now as well. And for some of you Pisceans, it's also about having your own business, okay, even as a side gig, and doing things, using your gifts to help the world, but also to gain income too. So it's a win-win for everyone. All right, come see me for a reading, Pisces. Now, let's pull a card from the Power of 8, Chakra Lenormand. Okay, these are available on my website, www.themoontree.org. And this is for Pisces in Aries season. Oh, there's a little bit of the health in the long term. And although I don't see the 6th house of health here, I do see the 2nd house, which has a lot to do with what's going in our mouth. I think that health for you, Pisces, if you've been encountering anything to do with health issues, happens to be dietary. And to really start looking at, number one, you can start at the gut health, right? That gut health is most important. And alcohol, sugar, gluten, and dairy are the gut killers. So that could be something you want to look at too, because the tree in Lenormand is very much about our health. It could be to our mental health or spiritual health to a certain extent too. But I think that when we start to look at our diet and that's going to help bring in more abundance, more money, and more good vibes as well. So something to do with that. Okay. Looking at what's going in your mouth. That would be number one start for more abundance for you, Pisces. Now, let's pull a card from our guest deck today called Learning Tarot Cards. And you can get these cards on my description. If you go to the description of this video, I have a link to Amazon if you want to buy them. But I like them because not only are they tarot cards, but they have the chakra associated with that tarot card and what planet, Mercury, Venus, Sun, whatever, associated to, plus the keywords. So even though I'm an advanced tarot user, I love these cards because I can't remember what chakra goes with what tarot cards. There's like 78 tarot cards. How am I going to know? And so for Pisces, second house of money and income and self-worth and valuing yourself and raising your prices too and working on what's going on in your mouth. Okay, we also have the Knight of Swords. Ooh, there's a little bit of action there. And look with Mars doing his little action thing. Aquarius, and then the green, which is the heart chakra too, giving and receiving love. So big changes and opportunities are here for you. And it's about seizing the moment, carpe diem, jumping in, right? Jumping in when it comes to money, when it comes to health, and when it comes to having fun in life too. And maybe another clue here could be about physical health, taking more walks, taking more action, moving your body more can help in some way too. And let's say you are in a wheelchair and you can't really use your body. Well, there's still chair yoga. I mean, there's always something to do when it comes to some kind of moving the body a little bit there, right? And this is about getting what you want, especially when it comes to negotiations, when it comes to negotiating for a new salary or negotiating for a new job or anything like that too. So, and for the money. And that sword with the Mars also wants to cancel, clear, delete anything from your budget that is leaking money. So start there and get all your I know a lot of you Pisceans have already done that because you've been watching my video, and I've already done that task. So good for you. And yes, so Pisces, thanks so much. Come see me for a reading if you want to dive deeper. And you could research the Knight of Swords in the Google machine after this. Okay, see you in the next one. All right, folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Trina, your intuitive guide with a chakra vibe, helping you navigate life's energies. Please like, please subscribe, share with all your friends, and I'll see you later.